Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So today I'm going to tell you about noun clauses.
Noun clauses. What is a clause? Well, a clause is a group of words containing a subject and a verb. Let's just take a look at the examples here. She lives in Tokyo. Well, here the subject is "shu" and the verb is lives. There are two kinds of clauses. The first one is independent clause, and the second one is dependent clause. For this one, "she lives in Tokyo" is independent clause. Let's take a look at the other example here. Where does she live? Well, although this is a different kind of sentence, it still is an independent clause. Why? It is because the verb and the main subject is contains the main subject and the verb of a sentence. Well, for this one, where she lives, it's actually dependent clause because it needs other clauses in order to the sentences to make sense. The example of the perfect sentence is D. I know where she lives. I know this one is A is an independent clause, where she lives is dependent clause. And the other example is I know what he said, and what he said is true. This is the example of bunch of clauses. Noun clause beginning with a question word. If we happen to see here, these are a bunch of questions. These are an independent clause, and we're going to make this as dependent clause. And how to do that? We simply put this in the dependent form of clause. The example is here, I don't know where she lives. We simply remove does and put as in order to make the noun and verb agrees. I don't know where she lives. The other example is that, what did he say? And to make a dependent clause, it becomes what he said. I couldn't hear what he said because this is past form, so we transform the verb here say into said. Past tense. I couldn't hear what he said. Let's take a look at different kind of tense. What should they do? What they should do is obvious. Well, this one we put this what should they do into the first part of the sentence. It replaces the object. What they should do is obvious. We simply put should after they. What they should do. From what should they do to what they should do. In here, it distinguishes that what should they do is actually asking question, while what they should do is not. Noun clauses beginning with whether or if. Well, for this one, it's used only for yes or no question. Let's take a look at the example. Will she come? This is actually asking a question whether she come or not. Well, in order to make this sentence to make sense in into a dependent form of the clause, we simply said I don't know whether she will come. Or you can say, I don't know if she will come. Now this is changes here. Because it uses modal will, it simply um, replaces to each other. So the here will, it changed to she, and she replaced by will. Another example of yes or no question. Does he need help? I wonder whether he needs help. Well, notice the changes of the form. Need into needs, and does is omitted. It is because the usage of the tense is used present tense. So you simply said, I wonder whether he needs help. I wonder if he needs help. Question words followed by infinitive. If the subject of the clause, the dependent clause, and independent clause is the same, you can simply use infinitives. For example, I don't know what I should do. You can say, I don't know what to do. Or, Pam can't decide whether she should go or stay at home. Pam can't decide whether to go or just stay at home.